So folks, if you've not heard, where have you been? Come on, where have you been? He's sacked. Erik Ten Hag has gone. He's no longer. Tell you what, yesterday's result was awful. I didn't see the game. I've got highlights recorded, still not a chance to see them, but I believe it's all about VAR, 2 crossbar, and an open goal. That's what I believe. But even without the contentious VAR, United are still only 1-1. Yes, they're away from home, but they're playing a team that can't get a win to save their lives. They're really in the doldrums, West Ham. They had to win that yesterday. Then he had some easy-ish looking fixtures to come. Had he grabbed, say, 9 points out of the next 12, he'd have kept his job. But yesterday, for all they were unlucky with VAR by all accounts, that was going to be the end. It always looked dodgy. Now, I've heard talk about this morning. Keown saying he'd go this week. Jordan is saying he thinks he'll get the 3 or 4 more games. The hard Chelsea game, the Ipswich, the Leicester and what have you, a couple of European games. Depending on how he does, he thinks he may get to Christmas like he initially said. Keown was right. He's gone, simple as that. The mistake, folks, was the stick or twist. Did they get rid of him pre-season or did they stay with him? And I think really, because they've twisted and stuck with him, I think what they've done today is right. Not so much to get him rid, but they're getting rid and appointing Van Nistelrooy as interim. That is a wise move. Because my concern, we're out yesterday and it said, we're on the day out, we're hearing the scores as they're coming in, we're following the reports, and I'm saying to my mate who's another United fan, I said, the problem is now, if we get rid of him, who's out there? Tuchel was out there before, he's now taken up. There's nobody really out there. We're going for second raters. I said, that's the problem now. They needed to get a manager in the close season, the last close season. That's what they needed to do. But now, because they've gone 3 months in, there's nobody out there. So the concern is now they're going to get a manager. They're going to be desperate. They're going to get a manager who's not good enough. They're going to give him 2 or 3 years. And even if they bullet him further down the line, we're still looking at probably a year, 18 months with somebody that's not good enough. I said, I believe they're talking to Xavi this week. I said, well, he was a superstar as a player. But he's managed Bayern and he's lost his job. He wasn't good enough. Why would we want him? We need best in class. You've got to get to the close season. And I said, appointing Ten Hag this year or carrying on with him, I said, they've shot themselves in the foot. So I'm glad they've got rid, because it's going nowhere, folks. It was going absolutely nowhere. Root did okay at PSV. Now, I don't suppose he's expecting to get the job, but he'll be trying to. So you've got 2 chances now. You've got a chance to see whether or not Root can turn things around quickly and hugely. And if he can, who knows? But if he can't, you've got the next 6 months to look for a new manager. And at the end of the season, when teams change managers and so on and so forth, we might get a best-in-class manager, because that's what's needed. We're just going from manager to manager to manager, and it's not good enough. So that's it, folks. Erik is no longer. I felt sorry for him to a great extent, because he's kept his dignity. He's always fronted up. But some of his press conferences near the end have been baffling me as well. And at the end of the day, it's okay saying, oh, you see, we come back, you see, this team are together, blah, 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 blah. Well, Erik, I don't see that. I see players worth paid £350,000 per week, who won't work hard, who won't track back, who won't run. He's great at getting school meals for kiddies, but he's not good at working on the pitch, this fella. And he's the main man. He's the main man. If he's not doing it, the rest won't. Let's see whether Ruud can make him work, and let's see whether he can put the right midfield out there that knows what they're doing and maybe even toughen us up in defence. We've got some players still out. Let's hope they all get back. Let's hope this time we keep them fit. But let's hope Ruud has a plan. Let's hope he's got a plan, because I'm pretty sure near the end, Erik didn't have one. As I say, no plan B, no plan C, no nothing. Let's hope things improve. They need to. But I am glad they've got Ruud as interim. I really, really am. I would have hated them to knee-jerk reaction and go and get a manager this week or next week and get a dud. I really, really would. Let's hope at the end of the year, if Ruud isn't the man for the job, let's hope they get best in class, whoever that may be.